welcome to Final Fights presented by Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is Robert Hotshot Lamb.
I'm a real wildcat.
Woo! Oh, thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Final Fights here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
And so I gave you the option. I said, this is our third episode, so there are plenty of available fights to pick from. And you went for the final train fight in Speed. What led you to? I mean, you just love train fights. I know you're a big Bond fan, right? From Russia with Love.
Yeah, I almost went Bond, but I don't want to be typecast, Like I've already done a Bond episode for you. Like I talk for like Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I already talk about Bond a lot on my podcast. Like I just, I wanted to go somewhere out of my normal realm.
We've actually brought up Bond a lot. We did the best movies of the 60s.
Yeah.
And then we did an entire Bond. Didn't we fit the entire Bond franchise into a podcast?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, didn't we go? I don't remember if we went one by one, but I remember we did like our top 5, like different Bond villains and stuff like that too.
And so this led you to Speed.
I could have went Bond, but instead I went Speed.
You just love some good old fashioned Howard versus Jack fighting.
Keanu Reeves is the Bond of local law enforcement. I don't know.
I mean, I was doing some research on this, and Jan de Bont hired him because he thought that he liked his vulnerability, but he wasn't big enough to be a threat. So men in the theater weren't like, oh, this guy's just bigger than me. And then women also liked him, so they brought him in to this movie because he was more of an. I mean, obviously he wasn't an everyday guy in this, but he was an Arnold Oak.
Honestly, like you say that, but I've heard that Keanu Reeves is kind of almost an everyday guy. Doesn't he take the subway like everybody else?
Yeah, and I'm sure he's fought people on the. How many people has he saved in the last 30 years on subways?
Oh, honestly, probably couldn't even count it.
I mean, he could lead an army with the people he saved throughout the world.
Yeah, for sure.
And so this movie, man, like, did you know it's number 99 on AFI's heart-pounding list?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's a really good action film. I'm not even I'm not a big action movie guy. Like I'm not, like 80s action. Like I like some of them. Like I like Predator and some Arnold Schwarzenegger films, but I'm not big on them. And for some reason, Speed just always like when Speed came out, which was what, 93? 94. Okay. When that came out, like I was just like surprised, pleasantly surprised that like an action movie. I thought it had a good story, good characters, and it was unique.
Yeah, I think I like it so much. I thought 94 was good for action because you had Keanu Reeves, who wasn't a stereotypical action. I mean, he was in Point Break.
Right.
But this was him being an action lead. But he asked for more help in this. With Annie, Sandra Bullock's character, she drives the bus. She's the one doing a lot of the work in this movie. It's just a different type of film, and I kind of dug it. And then True Lies, I liked how Arnold had to pretend to be a nerd, and then he went through all that stuff with Jamie Lee Curtis, and they teamed up. It was a very different kind of action year, and I think that's why it's held up so well. But this final fight, how many punches? How many total strikes do you think landed in this final fight?
I watched it recently because I knew we were going to talk about it. I don't think it's like that many, right?
8.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that many. Like for some reason, when I picked this movie as the one to talk about, I thought it was a lot longer, and then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, yeah, that wasn't as long as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a 1-minute fight.
It's a lot of wrestling, though. Like a lot of, like, rolling on top of the train.
And, it just pays to be taller.
Now, do you think it takes – that's true, too. Do you think it takes something away from the rest of the movie, like that it's set on a train, since 90% of the film was on a bus?
I mean, you had to get Howard and Jack squaring off.
Right.
You had to. So you couldn't do that on the bus. So they had to figure out something. So, I mean, you have an elevator going out of control and dropping. You have an out-of-control bus, and now you have an out-of-control train. So I think it just kind of steps everything up, I would say. I mean, just this massive, gigantic force moving. And
there's more to it than just a fight. I mean, he's got like that bomb trigger and stuff that he's holding down that be careful of.
Yeah, the dead man switch that if his finger goes off.
Yep.
And so I was thinking about this, and I hadn't even watched it yet. And from my memory, I always kind of questioned why the heck does Dennis Hopper. I wish there would have been a scene where we got to watch him climb on top of the train. Because
you know what? It just cuts to that.
yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go get him, and then he's on top of a train.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to see Dennis Hopper because I did some research. The Metro Red Line in LA, the subway, it can go 70 miles an hour.
Jesus.
And I've actually driven out there, and traffic's terrible, dude. I have no clue how they're able to do that. I want to see him climb on top. Like, I know they could never shoot that because of time constraints, and it would just be weird. But just imagine a 3-minute scene watching Dennis Hopper trying to get up top.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering because he's holding that trigger or whatever, so it's like he's got just one hand.
Climb on top of a train.
Yeah, that's rough.
Do you think they had to do that, though? Because if it's just a Keanu Hopper fight, Keanu, even though he's not Arnold or JCVD, would have steamrolled Hopper.
Yeah, I mean, I think it adds some more tension for the fact that, like, not only does he have to defeat Hopper, he's got to also, like, make sure that he watches for this bomb. Like, it just adds something, a little more tense moments, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, absolutely. And so he gets so Dennis Hopper gets decapitated.
Right.
How secure is that light to the subway, like, ceiling? Because it's going 70 miles an hour, and there are a lot of nerves and bones and skin and veins attaching a head to the body.
Right.
And it connects with that red light. And the red light goes nowhere, and Hopper's head goes off.
Well, I mean, it's got to be way more secure, way more powerful than, say, like an exit sign. Like, you know, it's not like, say you were, for instance, riding one of those old-timey bicycles with the big tire in the front.
Yeah.
And you were riding really fast. Say you were going 70 miles per hour on that thing.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Downhill.
Sign. Yeah, downhill. And there's an exit sign, and you hit it. I don't think your head's coming off. You know what I mean? Because that exit sign is just going to, like, I mean, you're going to get hurt, and it's going to break off, but it's not like bolted on there, and it's not made of, like, maybe that's like, it's like concrete surrounding that light or something.
You've given me a visual of an old-timey bike with a massive wheel going down a hill at 70 miles an hour and hitting a regular exit sign.
Yeah, for some reason, like, you're going downhill right through, like, an open
San Francisco
door, like a theater or something, and you're hitting that exit sign.
You're going down a massive hill in San Francisco, and at the bottom of the hill is a theater.
Yeah, it's kind of like that scene in Bullet, but with a bike and not a car and an exit sign.
So if you're on this bike, who are you chasing? Like a razor scooter?
Yeah, I mean something that's gonna go probably as fast as you, but like that's a little bit shorter, so they don't get hit by the exit sign.
Because it was a Charger, correct, and a Mustang going after each other.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah.
Not Speed. We're talking about Bullet now.
Yeah. Then you got me thinking about Mitch Hedberg. He's standing by an exit door, and the guy points towards the sign. He's like, "Well, yeah. If a fire happens, I'm gonna exit."
Yeah.
I'm not blocking it. I'm gonna leave.
Mitch Hedberg's there in spirit as you hit your head against the exit sign. But again, like, you know, your head's not gonna come off. But like, I've heard like weird stories, like, you know, of people on like roller coasters or like slides, like where they got decapitated. So like, you know, if you're hitting something hard enough, like, I guess it just your whole head can come off.
Make that noise. And fly off.
Yeah, but it was weird because, like,
there's no blood.
I mean, Speed was PG-13, right? So
R.
Wait, Speed was R?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was PG-13. Well, then if it was R, they could have showed some blood.
Because it went off right on top of Keanu.
Right, which means, well, I mean, I guess it all happened so fast, maybe the blood didn't have time to come out.
The blood was confused?
Yeah.
Wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so R. But I mean...
Wait, is it rated R? Was there cursing in Speed? I don't remember.
I mean, there was a decent amount of death, right?
I guess, but nothing was, like, too graphic.
Maybe there's a few swear words?
I remember the bus, there's that one explosion where the lady goes underneath and then, like, they run her over. That didn't really show much. I just feel like nowadays, you know, you show a lot more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this seems, it's a very tame R.
Yeah. But I don't remember any, like, F-bombs or anything either, but maybe there was.
I mean, just, it was too intense. Maybe it was too intense for audiences?
The rating system in general is just so all over the place. Like, Jaws being PG, this being R.
Like, Gremlins sort of wrecked it, right? Gremlins and Temple of Doom.
Yeah, that's true. That's when they're like, we got to add a 13 in there, right?
Yeah. And all right, so I guess for the first time ever, I'm going to bring us back to the subject, Robert, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get us talking about rugby like on the last podcast that you joined us on. But,
yeah, that's fun.
So I was watching this again. I'm like, why doesn't he just stay in one place? And why is he going on top of this train to kill Keanu when he has a full clip, a full gun, and like he could just stay there? But I like how they built towards it. I mean, this guy has already been duped. He failed. He's in this thing. All of his money got wrecked. The dye pack destroyed all of the money that he had.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they wrote it well enough to get him on top of the train.
Well, I think it's like one of those things. It's more out of anger at that point. Like he's just fed up with everything, and here's Keanu Reeves just like ruining every plan he's had. So he just empties his whole, clip on the roof of the train, misses Keanu Reeves the whole time. But like, I think that's why you get that smash cut to him already on the train, because otherwise, while he's climbing up onto the train, what's Keanu doing? Just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah, and wait, he gets behind him.
Right. But that's what Keanu's just kind of like laying there, like just waiting for him to kind of get up there, even though he didn't know that was going to happen.
I mean, it's going 70 miles an hour.
Right.
So maybe he's just got to move slow, but Hopper caught up to him really quick.
Yeah, I'm sure it feels like it's a lot longer than, what we're seeing, but it's just the fact that he gets, you get that smash cut if he's already up there, that it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then that's when they have their fight. But that's why Hopper goes up there. It's just out of anger. He's just fed up at that point.
Maybe he was just a free runner, Hopper, on his time off, and he gets up there really quick.
You think he like parkoured his way up?
It's like Jackie Chan or Buster Keaton.
Yeah. Oh, the two greatest parkour references.
Keaton. All right, random question.
He invented parkour, I think, right?
Now, like the core idea of it, maybe at least on screen, because his acrobatics were amazing, and I'm not saying
talking about the hanging on the clock.
Yeah, and then he jumps between buildings, and he does a lot of jumping and falling and diving and rolling and all that kind of stuff.
Well, maybe like Hopper, would look to Buster Keaton for inspiration because of his movie The General, where I think Buster Keaton was on a train the whole time.
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, he had the famous wood scene where he's trying to block it, and he hits that piece of wood to knock it over.
Yeah.
So do you think before he climbed up on top of the train, Dennis Hopper yelled, "Guide me, Buster Keaton"? Do you think Howard Payne yelled that?
I don't know if he's yelling it as much as just like imagining it as he's, wall jumping like Super Mario back and forth. And that's Super Mario reference.
Now, I have a question.
Because Hopper plays Bowser.
Oh yeah. Hey, John Leguizamo, homeboy. Did you know what his Keanu Reeves' name is in this movie?
Isn't it Jack?
Yeah. Did you know that before you did any research? Or have you always known that?
Honestly, I can't remember if it's the fact that maybe you said it recently, either on the podcast or before we started, or maybe I just did know that. I just remember him saying, I think you saying Hot Shot made me think of it again.
No, this is an excellent film.
Right.
94% tomato meter rated, made a ton of money, but it would surprise me when I saw that Keanu's name was Jack Traven.
Oh, I didn't know his last name.
I saw it, I'm like, that's his name?
I just remember Hopper going okay, Jack, just saying
oh, okay.
But maybe it was because I rewatched a clip. I don't know if he says it in the ending fight or not.
Oh, do you think there was a script where Keanu Reeves falls off the bus and something happens and Dennis Hopper's character sees it and he goes, you hit the road, Jack?
Dude, see, I thought you were going to go what if they got a flat tire and they had to quickly, they were like,
jack the car up?
Yeah, gotta get this car up so to change the tire, it's time we get the jack, and then Jack shows up.
Oh, that's a great one.
Also, you're talking about how good the reviews were and stuff like that. I think I watched an interview with Tarantino not too long ago where he talked about since he started making movies, which movies he wished he made starting from the Reservoir Dog age, from what was that, 92 and on. He said he wished he made these 15 movies, and one of them was Speed.
Yeah, I read somewhere that he turned it down, and so did Rennie Harlan.
Rennie Harlan would have been a good choice. I think
my gosh,
Tarantino.
yeah.
I don't know about Tarantino Speed. I think it's too actiony and too like it needs that '90s action flair.
I think Jan de Bont did an excellent job with this, and Joss Whedon did a bunch of punch-ups on the script.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was originally written by Graham Yost, and it was more of a Die Hard type role.
Right.
Stephen Baldwin turned it down. Wesley Snipes and they said Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson turned it down, and then they went to make Money Train, which is kind of funny that we're talking about money on a train and speed.
So Bont or whatever, when he directed, I just looked him up. He's only directed 5 movies.
He's done Twister. He did Speed. What were the others?
He did Speed 2,
Poseidon,
The Haunting, and then he did a Tomb Raider. Like either the first one or I don't remember what the first one. No, Cradle of Life. That was the second one, right?
That one's not bad. Laura Croft punches a shark.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all. I saw it in theaters. I don't remember either of the Tomb Raiders, but I think that one came out in 2003, and that was his last movie he directed.
Wow. I mean,
he's worked on films since then, just like cinematography, I guess, and maybe producing.
He was a cinematographer before he got started.
Right. I just think, like, I don't know, Speed, and I have a soft spot for Twister. Like, I think he was good at, like, the action type 90s action films.
And those films were blockbusters. Twister, Twister was a legit blockbuster. I mean, it's not just it's a real $350 million grossing film. That was huge.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was big.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. All right, so final thing about this. What do you think about the final line? I'm taller.
Yeah, but I'm taller.
Does that mean his arms are longer because he's taller?
I think it means now that Dennis Hopper doesn't have a head, he's taller. I don't know. I don't think it's like the best. It's no like smile you son of a bitch from Jaws.
Yeah.
There's no final line like that, but it's okay, I guess.
So you and I had 2 totally different readings. I thought since he was taller, that meant he had longer arms, which isn't always true. So he was able to pick his head up. But it's funny. So he's now without a head, and now Keanu Reeves is taller than him.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think it's because he doesn't have a head. He's going, yeah, but I'm taller because now he's definitely a foot shorter without the head.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm thinking. I don't know. But like you said, like most of that fight was like wrestling back and forth. There's some punches landed, but it's kind of hard when you're going 70 miles per hour on a train.
Those punches when he's holding the dead man switch, those would hurt. Getting hit with that plastic remote control.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like that Dennis Hopper yelled at him, "I'm gonna get you." And then
I mean, I think Dennis Hopper loved playing like that kind of,
but
like
just
chewing that scenery.
Imagine being the supervillain though, and just you're going after a guy and you just yell, "I'm gonna get you." Would you ever do that if you were a supervillain?
I mean, a supervillain, I see it. The real world villains, I don't see it. I see it from like the Batman original series for sure.
I'm gonna get you, Batman. Say,
yeah, I'm gonna get you. Yeah,
say.
I can see that. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a weird. That's what I'm saying. It's like Speed. Everything on the bus is beautiful, but then when they get on the train, it's like a little weird. Like it kind of feels like its own film at that point. Like I know they have to have that meeting of the two. But it that's when it goes like full on 90s action.
Oh yeah. I mean it's 3 movies with the elevator and then you have the bus and then the train. And I guess the train is probably the weakest part because how do you come down off of such a high from the bus, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying but I mean you need that act 3, you need something where they are going to meet. It's weird to be like on another vehicle that's like a runaway.
So many runaway vehicles.
I mean, yeah. I guess it's better than a runaway cruise ship.
What if they're taken to a farm, right? The bus drives all the way to a farm.
Right.
And Dennis Hopper's following them. And he kidnaps Annie and jumps on a out-of-control bull. And it rides him away. And then Keanu has to jump on another bull. And they're on 2 out-of-control bulls chasing each other on a stampede. Do
you think he would still get decapitated at some point?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or gored.
That's true. That'd be probably better.
Wait, what if a bull kicked Hopper's head off?
Then he'd have to fall off the bull first.
So he falls off the bull, gets rolled over.
Yeah.
And then a bull
like the beginning of City Slickers, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. The director's cut.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
At least getting gored, maybe not kicked in the face, but
He
close.
just gets speared.
Yeah.
Imagine that ending.
I mean, there has to be something like you're saying, like there's got to be another, like how do you tie it in? You can't just go straight up like cop drama for the final act, because then I think it weakens the rest of the movie if it's just like you're under, catch them.
There's no chase scene.
Right.
That'd be kind of weird. You don't need to get back in cars. So what else is there So they kind of had to have gone on the train.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could go plane, but then you're in Point Break territory.
Is it two planes going after each other?
Or no, just the same plane. Like he jumps on Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, just kind of jumps on the plane and then just hangs off of it, gets in somehow. There's still a bomb, and then he rescues Sandra Bullock and they jump out of the plane. Just as
she lands the plane.
Or she lands the plane, yeah. They throw. That's what it is. They throw Dennis Hopper out of the plane with the bomb strapped to him now. Like somehow they got it off of Sandra Bullock. They strapped it onto Dennis Hopper. They kick him off. Keanu Reeves says probably his same line, yeah, but I'm taller. And then kick him out of the plane, and then he blows up, and then Sandra Bullock lands the plane.
Wow. So he would be taller because Hopper is exploded, and if you...
no, he's taller because he's
high.
Sky.
Yeah. Oh, no. Both are pretty great.
Something like that.
You got some bits today, man. I love it. Bringing the bits.
I was thinking about it. This is why I want to do Speed. I've always had these comedy bits, and I can't use them unless I'm talking about Speed. So that's why I haven't done any stand-up in a long time, because I can't bring Speed back into the spotlight, You
needed a tight 5, and you've been working on it, and you brought it here.
Yeah, this is all workshop, actually. My Speed one-man show is it's going to be out soon, but I got to workshop it first.
Hey, before we get out of here, final thoughts about the fight, and then you want to do some plugs for your shows?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for the fight, I think it's not the greatest final fight, but I think it's suitable for the type of movie it is. And as an action movie, I think it's just a good action movie, and you have to have those guys, duke it out.
This was worth it. I know it's not the greatest final fight, but now I finally think I understand the taller line.
Yeah.
And that's worth it, because that was brilliant.
Yeah. I hope. I don't know. It could be something else.
I hope it's not because of the arms, man. I hope it's because he's now decapitated and he's lost a foot in height.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, it's got to be. That's what I always assumed it was.
Please message us and let us know if you know the real answer. Let's go. Hey, you want to plug your shows real quick?
Yeah, I'll just I'll plug 7 Lamb Productions. You can go to 7lamb.com or Spreaker.com/7lamb. Basically, I do a bunch of audio dramas, and ranging from horror to sci-fi to comedy, and you can find everything under our umbrella company, which is 7 Lamb Productions. And we're also starting a new series soon where we're going to be it's not an audio drama, it's just a regular podcast, but we're going to be celebrating random holidays, random goofy holidays pretty much every day. And you actually joined us for a couple of those.
I got emotional.
Yeah.
And I got very obsessed with Goth Gardens.
Which is, when we celebrate World Goth Day. So that'll come out, I think that'll be out, soon. And you're on that one and a couple others.
I'm very excited. Well, thanks for joining me, man. This was great.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I'm glad we did Speed. Maybe next time I'll join. We'll do a Bond film.
Oh, sounds good to me. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Rob Hotshot Lamb, who's taller than me, this is Final Fights, presented by Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.